Earlier this week, Edmonton's business leaders sending a letter to City Hall asking for a refocusing on the city's finances ahead of budget deliberations. Now, researchers with the University of Alberta are sharing their ideas for Edmonton's budget woes.
And this is trying to suggest that upfront investments and spending on long-term solutions is going to be the way of that's where we get the title of the report, shifting gears away from the current status quo decision-making that we're seeing.
A report commissioned by University of Alberta think tank Parkland Institute surveyed almost everyone impacted by Edmonton's budget, from councillors to citizens. The report suggesting a number of ways the city could move away from the choice between raising taxes or cutting services when it comes to finances. It's a far cry from the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce's letter sent to City Council Wednesday, calling for the city to focus on core services and economic development.
The potholes and the snow clearing. There are things that are important for the city to do, but not life and death matters, but very important, like downtown investment, which is so critical to helping to turn this city around and help it achieve its full potential. Then there are things that are good for the city to do, but I don't know that they're even less of a priority.
While Edmontonians are waiting to see just how much their property tax will increase next year, Edmonton Mayor Amarjeet Sohi vowing to bring it down from the proposed 8.1% property tax hike. Parkland Institute suggests a complete overhaul with a progressive tax bracket closer to income tax.
But essentially what it looks at is charging higher property taxes on, and the actual specifics of it depends, but either on people with properties that are valued above a certain amount, or it can also be linked to income or wealth depending on how that's set up.
The report also calls for increased urban densification, something city leaders approved earlier this year with sweeping zoning bylaw changes.
But building that in places where it could mean an increase in, staffing hours that's available for people or more frequent transit service, but isn't also coming with very major capital investments into building new infrastructure.
City Council begins budget talks next week. Reporting from Edmonton, Darcy Ropchan, City News.